Hello everyone, my name is Evil Spirit. Welcome back to another SML character analysis. Since my last one, I talked about the infamous character Jeffy. A lot of people think that Jeffy's a pretty okay character at the most part, in the beginning. But then whenever time has came, people really hated the character. Most notably, his overrepresentation in the SML universe. Well, there's also another character back then that everybody really hated, and still hate to this day, but maybe not as much as now as it was back then. But when it first started, not many people cared. Of course, I am talking about the SML character Junior. Before I actually start this, I want to talk about the new recent update to the SML channel. How now they're adding in human puppets to try to get away from the FCC. Honestly, I don't know if this is going to stay the same or if it's going to be different. The only thing I can say is I don't know if SML will stay the same after this. There's a voting poll on it now. I voted no, but you guys can vote whatever you want. But let's go and start with Junior's worst video from back then to his pretty newer stuff now into the worst video he's in now. Let's start. The first video we start off with is Bowser Jr.'s Macaroni. Very first ever SML video with the character Junior in it. Starts off with Chef Pee-Pee cooking a penguin. Where'd he get a penguin? I'm just gonna say this is where he got it. So, you can probably already tell that this video doesn't have that good quality. It was back in 2012. Anyways, so as I want to keep talking about this was back before we even knew what a Junior was. So, seeing this character being new, people were kind of excited for it. But then we hear his sweet, precious voice.
Obviously, you need to tell me what you would like to eat. So what would you like to eat?
Don't ask me that question. Maybe some blueberry muffins right now!
Such a sweet, loving voice. Anyways, Chef Pee-Pee gives him the blueberry muffins. And, yeah, you want to see how he reacts? You know, with this kind of style of SML content, okay, he knocks it over. So, Junior wants him to get something else, which is marshmallows. And Chef Pee-Pee obviously goes and gets it. So, I always thought of this SML video to be one of the worst Bowser Jr. videos. But, let's actually continue. Instead of just me kind of gasping for air right now. So Bowser Jr. just looks at it and he's like, kick! And kicks it away. Yeah, this is obviously really, really dumb of Junior. But you know, that's what we expect from Jeffy and Junior now. Oh well. So anyways, Bowser Jr. starts having a temper tantrum about what kind of freaking marshmallow he wants. And Chef Baby just goes and there's the marshmallows Junior wanted. And, you know, Junior being the kind, sweet, innocent little boy that he is, will definitely eat all of those beautiful marshmallows. Okay, I'm not even going to be freaking retarded. He obviously knocks them over. But guess what? This is not, you know, this is technically what we expect from Junior. And Chef Pee-Pee's obviously angry about it. So, what does... You know, what does Chef Pee-Pee make? I mean, Junior doesn't want all the food, so instead he decides that he wants macaroni and cheese. Macaroni and cheese. So Chef Pee-Pee's just like, you know what? I'll make you those freaking macaroni and cheese. I'm sounding like I'm a freaking kids channel. Oh well. So, of course, it takes a while. And of course, just like me, trying to add in filler. And honestly, I'm not surprised by this in the slightest. So, Chef Pee-Pee's just gonna go and make some macaroni and cheese. Which, honestly, that's the point of the video. So, Chef Pee-Pee decides just to make the macaroni and cheese, you know, just like the title of this video. And we get a full rant about how Bowser Jr. doesn't want to eat the blue freaking marshmallows or whatever. as Chef PB decides to make the macaroni and cheese. Junior obviously is just being annoying, and technically, it's just Chef PB making macaroni and cheese. Sure, there's some slight gags of Junior just coming in and just being annoying. There's also some gags of Chef PB adding in some weird stuff in it, like poison at one point. Oh god, I wish that actually killed off the character. But anyways, as Chef PB cooks the food, he decides that, you know, let's just keep recording him making macaroni and cheese. Yeah. Wanna know how long this video is? 16 minutes. Yeah, 16 minutes of this. So, yeah, it's literally just that. Kind of like what Logan does now, filler. And obviously some filler's fine, but not a lot of it. So as Chef PB pours it into the bowl, he realizes, oh wait a minute, you're a baby, so here, why don't we decide to put it into a blender? I obviously thought that was a pretty entertaining joke. Honestly, I didn't think this video was the worst Bowser Jr. video, but it's pretty bad. There was only a few jokes that I actually thought was pretty okay at the least. And there's some jokes that just fell flat on his face. Honestly, if this SML video was just like an introduction video, that would have been fine, but Bowser Jr. was kind of already introduced in another video. But this is technically the first time we actually see Bowser Jr.'s true colors. 2 more to go. Now, these next 2 videos are controversial, kinda. Especially the one coming up. But this has technically changed a lot of SML's content. You see, back then, SML didn't take a lot of risk. He kept using the same characters. Until he took a chance with Junior. Of course, Junior, just like Jeffy, rose to popularity to all heck. Same with Jeffy. And some other characters. My only problem with Junior being in it is he's super annoying! But we'll get onto that whenever we talk about the last video. But this next video is actually taking place a few years later. Back when SML was in the apartment. I'm of course talking about SML movie. Wait. It's SML short, The Drone. The next SML video, as I already said, is a drone. It started off with Joseph and Junior playing with some kind of light up toy or whatever, and they spelled the word butthole. So funny! So fun! Anyways, so I don't know why SML thought this was a funny joke, honestly. But, anyways, Junior and Joseph hear a knock at the door, and I'm already a little bit delayed, and they realize it's Cody. We'll be talking about him next time. I don't know who I'm gonna talk about next time, so take that for later. Anyways, they go to answer the door, and one draw out skit of Junior pretending that he's not there later. Then Cody comes in with the tongue cutter. I mean the eye cutter. I mean the drone. Or technically, Gorefest USA. And technically, they're just kind of joking around with toys, talking about how Joseph and Junior were just messing around without them. But, anyways, they were just filler. Anyways, Junior and Cody and Joseph keep talking about the drone and how cool it looks, and then Cody decides that he's going to start flying it. Flying a drone ain't safe indoors, and Cody would know that, but you know, this is retarded Cody apparently. So they start flying it around, and an atrocity goes through with Junior deciding that he wants to cut his freaking tongue off with the propeller blades. Alright, I've been attacked by one of those, and guess what happens? Yeah, that wouldn't happen in real life, but still, ew, man, what the frick? With the blood and everything? Sure, that's expected now of SML, but come on, man. Anyways, they're talking about how Junior literally cut off his own tongue, which technically gets dropped off until a little bit later. But they're just like, oh, hey, you know what we should do? We should go scare Chef Pee-Pee with said tongue. Sorry, whatever. So guess what they decide to do with the tongue? They decide to put it on there and scare Chef Pee-Pee with it, as I said before. And honestly, that's a pretty dumb idea, honestly. First of all, they didn't send Junior to the hospital, which is fine. I mean, he's a freaking plush doll. I don't think I don't know. Anyways, they decide that they're going to try to scare Chef Pee-Pee with said tongue and record him in the shower. Okay. And as Chef Pee-Pee's singing a song that I'm glad that I muted because I don't want to get copyrighted. Come on, Vivo, don't even think about it. And they decide that they're going to scare Chef Pee-Pee with the camera, as I said previously. And I'm not gonna lie, it kind of made me laugh just seeing Chef Pee-Pee's reaction was not as bad as mine. I mean, it was way worse than mine, honestly. But you know what I mean. So, they start up the drone and start scaring Chef Pee-Pee by recording him. They fly the drone over the shower, which, honestly, I'm kind of surprised that they did not get that freaking drone wet. But the camera's at the perfect angle and starts recording Chef Pee-Pee singing a song. And honestly, that was one of the only funny parts of the video. Unless you're a fan of dark humor, this would be the only joke in the video that you would think is funny. Chef Pee-Pee just singing in the shower. And Chef Pee-Pee, obviously outraged, decides to go yell at Junior about it because they're flying the drone. And Chef Pee-Pee starts yelling at them about how they should have invaded other people's privacy. But then something worse happens.
Oh, damn it!
Oh God, why did they do this? Why did they do this? Anyway, so Chef Pee-Pee runs to the hospital as Junior's like, oh cool, an eyeball. And of course, Cody, being the weirdo that he is, and Junior being a little weirdo that he is, decides that he really wants the drone. Well, Cody starts saying that if he wants the drone so bad, then he'd have to give him his tongue and his eye. What? What is this, the black market? I mean, if it's that way, then yeah, you can get a lot of money, but anyways. So, Junior, being the retard that he is, and not even consoling Chef Pee-Pee, decides to give him the tongue and the eyeball. And Cody, being the non-caring idiot that he is, decides to give Junior, the guy who literally lost his tongue to the dang thing, and he decides just to give him the drone. Alright, that's nice, I guess. So, Junior decides to start flying it around, and he blows it up. And then we get one little smart-off gag saying no backsies from Cody. And thus, the video ends. The video, being that it is being short, might not make it the worst Junior video, but it's definitely one of the worst SML videos just because of how randomly gory it was, and even if you take out the gore, it's just boring. I don't know anybody who would like this video except for Logan, but I guess that's kind of why he made it. He liked it, so he just made it. But I don't know, it's pretty bad, but removing all the gore is just boring with only a few jokes. Hey, you have one more video. I don't know if you're gonna like it, but, here it is. Also, when's the next Steven the Worker episode coming out? I already thought of the plot, the scheme, the everything about it. I thought of everything.
Oh, yes, sir.
With that all being said, SML movie, The Human Potion. This is gonna suck. This video is the reason why most people are now starting to hate Logan for this one decision of making a video where they all turn to humans, and now people are thinking it's going to start to stick. Well, let's talk about the episode first, and I'll talk about, well, more about this later. So Jackie Chu just gets glasses and decides to see if they're all humans. Kind of odd, and he realizes that they're not all human, because some of them are turtles. Literally, one character's a bullet with a face, and another one's a humongous fungus. That rhymed. Anyways, so Jackie Chu decides to yell at them and tell them to get the heck out of their classroom before they make them into turtle soup, and they decide to go. But before they leave, Jeffy decides to make a 2019 joke that's now a 2019 statement, saying that he classifies himself as a turtle. I mean, I think that was a joke, but I don't know. Also, as you can tell in the background, Bully Bill is a bullet, but yet he's considered a human? I don't get it. Jackie Chu yells at them to get out, and Bowser Jr. goes and tells his dad the news. By the way, can I just say something? Why wouldn't they call the parents about this? I mean, Cody's parents, and I guess Joseph's parents, are human, but I guess just because Bowser's a turtle, they didn't? I don't know. I mean, Bowser and the other parents should know about this, but they don't. So anyways, Bowser starts yelling at Junior for getting kicked out of school, and this goes on for a while, until Bowser hears a knock at the door. God, can I talk? No. Anyway, so they go to see who it is, and it's Goodman telling them that they have to technically take away the house from them. And that's where the plot of the video starts. They're all not human. I mean, Mr. Krabs isn't human, but he has a house. Then again, he's underwater. But some characters, like Fender from Futurama, and other characters from Futurama, to be more exact, are not humans, but they still live in a house. They still pay for stuff. And I don't get why they don't accept anything in this show for humans and turtles, because most of the population are turtles. I don't know. And they're still paying bills, so I don't know. Anyways, Junior decides to tell Chef Pee-Pee that they might lose the house because they're not human. Chef Pee-Pee is overly joyed about this, however, and starts laughing and starts kissing everything goodbye. More on that later. But as Chef Pee-Pee's having an over-exaggeration, another knock on the door happens. And guess who it is? It's Cody. And his parents. Again, why don't they know? Why do the kids have to go home and tell them? I mean, shouldn't Steinbeck at least call him? Oh, right. Steinbeck's not a character anymore, because I don't think Logan would care if the character was still here or not. So they have a parent-teacher conference, and Jackie Chu comes over and realizes that the turtle is a turtle. And they come back inside to have this meeting. Jackie Chu explains to them that they cannot be there because they are not human. A little bit racist, I guess. I mean, I don't know. So anyways, another racist joke occurs as they try to bribe him with a cat. Ha! Get it? A cat. Because he's trying anyway. So they try thinking that this bribe would work, and it doesn't, and Jackie Chu leaves. Joseph comes over and tells him how they lost his house, and then Cody comes with human potions to turn them all into humans. And, it works. I mean, they argue for a bit, but after they drink it, they turn into humans. But more filler! Way more filler. So, they drink the potion and turn into something you would see under your bed when you're having a nightmare. So these are the characters that Logan thinks that everybody would enjoy. I don't like how they look. Honestly, they all look like freaking Rugrats rejects. and they're just disturbing. I mean, sure, freaking Junior looks okay, but freaking Joseph looks creepy. And then when Cody does it, he makes me want to just puke. Just puke horribly. I don't know how long I can watch this video for. Just look at it. Look at all these characters. It makes me sick. And I just can't. You know what I mean? It's just so disgusting. And they say that they look really good as these lovely puppets. Yeah, I'd like to see them instead of the plush toys. No, not really. But now you're starting to realize that this is changing from Super Mario Logan to Super Puppet Logan. People started getting scared that this would change forever. And it did. Logan decides that he's going to try to keep these characters. And by the way, the voting poll's still up. Please, vote no. I don't want to see any more of these freaking gross things. And apparently it's also going to happen to Mario too. Oh dear God, I can't. So anyways, Bowser is crying as he's packing up his stuff. And, yeah. He turns into a human too. Yeah, he turns into a human too. That looks like a rejected freaking Trevor model from GTA 5. Yeah, I stole that joke from WH Dude, I'm sorry. And, as I look at this voting poll, 56% of the people say, no, go back to the plushies. So, guess what? These characters won't stay for long, hopefully. And guess what? All these characters, yeah, they're gonna still probably stay around somehow. So, technically, he keeps everything, and apparently he has Chef Pee-Pee's outfit in there. I did not even notice that. But, when Bowser comes into the room, Joseph obviously screams in terror. And honestly, that would be my reaction too. Actually, that's my reaction to almost every freaking puppet I see right now. And guess what? Chef Pee-Pee is still celebrating, having like the best time of his life. And starts kissing everything that he probably did weird stuff to. I mean, I don't know. It's his life, I guess. And guess what? As the series keeps going on, you would start noticing that he has some kind of fetish to it. That's nice. Anyways, so Bowser Jr. is just happy to be whatever kind of abomination this is. And yeah, I guess Cody is as well, and Bowser and everybody else. And Chef Pee-Pee's obviously disturbed by this. How I would react is call the ambulance and take these guys to a mental hospital. Anyways, so these characters are still disgusting. And, yeah. That's all I have to say about it. They're all disgusting. Then we get back to school. After the scene. Yeah. They go to school. And they talk about the turtle body. Ha ha. Get it? Because they were turtles. Then Cody just said we could have just gotten rid of the glasses. But instead they kept it. And they said, no, they're going to look like this from now on. Well, now let's give my perfect analysis.
This right here is Super Mario Logan. He's the reason why we have most of these bad videos. And good videos too. But it feels like now that we got all these new characters, it just feels like we're going to keep them. So, we're going to look at some of the older videos. Nah, I'm just kidding ya. Let me actually talk about what I thought of the Junior area and the Junior character as a whole. I feel like SML just used these characters just so he can get the little kids in. Now, that might not be what's actually happening, but this is what I'm talking about. Well, remember whenever we thought SML was getting good around the good era? Well, now I just feel like it got worse around this era. And Junior as a character is not very interesting as I thought he would be. As I thought he once was. But I
I guess I just fell into a trap with this character being new. Now, do I think that Junior's worse than Jeffy? Back then, if you would have told me that Jeffy was going to be worse than Junior in the Junior era, I would have not believed you. But I still believe that Jeffy is the worst SML character to date. Now, do I think that the new character models or whatever look pretty good? I don't think they look good. I don't think they look like freaking the worst thing ever. But they're not good. They need to get rid of them. It's called Super Mario Logan for a reason. I don't want this weird abomination known as the Junior Human to be on this channel. On the channel that Logan runs. Now, with the voting poll being one of the only ways how we could tell Logan that we don't want this character, there wouldn't be any other way to show that we don't care about the new characters. I mean, sure, we can try unsubscribing, but what's going to happen is more little kids would just come on and subscribe. Now, one last thing before I go. Logan, if you are watching this video, if you would please try making sure that these characters don't stick around, and also try adding in some older characters. Well, now it's time to tell you who the next character is going to be. I don't know right now, but I think I have a good guess that it's going to